an accounting firm called Alpha Pro Partners. We have offices in Dubai and London, and our main services are accounting, Xero implementation and training. Bharat, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. Thank you guys. Good afternoon for joining. So I'm Bharat Makijani. I am working as a principal consultant with Citrus Consulting. So just a quick introduction about Citrus. Citrus is a delivery and consulting arm of Redington Gulf. I hope some of you are aware of that. Redington Gulf is one of the biggest distributor of IT hardware and softwares in this region. So yeah, this is where we are operating out of Saudis, UAE, and India, and we are specialized in modern IT infrastructure, cloud services, data analytics, and IoT. So yeah, that's just a quick introduction from my end. Over to you, Rehan.
Thank you very much, Bharat. So this is the second webinar we have done with Citrus Consulting. So what we're trying to do is we're creating a series of webinars where we talk about the latest technology available for accountants and business owners to help them give you better reporting, find process improvements. And our last webinar was on the topic of how to create real-time dashboards and reports. So today we're going to be a bit more specific and go more into the cash flow reporting segment, because obviously that's quite a topic that everyone is on top of mind at the moment. So why cash flow reporting? Obviously, due to the COVID-19 situation, we are in a increasingly changing environment where we need to manage our liquidity very well. Accountants obviously need to report your liquidity through cash flow forecasts, and business owners need to make decisions off the back of those. And when you're preparing your cash flow forecast, there's, because of the environment that we're in, the different information getting released all the time. So things like government incentives, loan deferment schemes that has been introduced by the Central Bank of the UAE. You may have headcount issues that you have to address. And all of these things would then need to be factored into your cash flow forecast to help the business manage their cash burn over the medium to long term. The other thing about cash flow reporting is that the preparation and the creation of these reports are not always very well understood or comprehended by people using it as well as accountants, because you have to, P&Ls and balance sheets are usually on an accruals basis, whereas cash flows are on a cash basis. So making sure you have the correct transactions in those reports is important as well. Which then leads on to many finance departments. What they have to do is they are reporting their cash flows on a quarterly or monthly basis. Given the situation that we're in, we want to be able to report it on a daily, weekly basis, and we need the tools to help us to do that. Which then obviously leads on to what softwares are you using? Are you using cloud-based softwares or not? And that's where we would obviously provide the solutions that we can address in this webinar. The topics we're going to cover are, I will talk more about the cash flow capabilities within Xero, the accounting software, but I'm not going to go have a deep dive. I'm just going to go into a few points on that. Bharat will talk more about Power BI and its API capabilities with Xero. And then we'll have a Q&A session at the end. The Q&A, if you want to enter your questions on the chat box, then we can answer it there and then. And we are recording this webinar. So what we'll be doing is we'll be sharing it at the end of the session.